so quick and forceful.
Jackson give and go action. A floater. Blazers are dead last on the defensive end of the floor. Nurkic up top, leaves it over here to Powell. It's taken away by Paul George. Glancing left and right.
Expose the mismatch because Nurk had the smaller Kennard. They were able to get him sped up, and here he goes, Paul George.
Going over to the bench. 3 for 3 from Nurk, and a terrific 4-minute stint here to start things off. Paul George, one dribble turn, fires and hits. Man, that was impressive. Nurkic on the bench, 2 fouls, but a nice start for the game for Nurk, getting the ball in the paint, scoring 3 times in 3 attempts. Smith triggers a mid-range, that comes off long, and Paul George has got it. George in the top 20 in assists, just under 6 a game. Threads his way through, outside to Morris. He coils, but instead will put it on the deck and then leap and lead. Nope.
Cody switched that one, Kevin, and ran to the paint. But if it was going to be a switch, his man popped out instead of rolled. There it is.
Here's the lob. A little short of Nance, broken up by George.
The game went away. They were down to the 40% mark until Reggie hit that one.
Quick move by Zeller. Misses a couple of shots. Paul George has the loose.
Kind of like a sweater coat.
Yeah. Very stylish. I'm a big fan of C.J. McCollum, both on and off the floor. He'll do wonderful things whenever that basketball career of his comes to an end. Meanwhile, Ivica Zubac with the flush, and the Clippers pull to within 1.
Jerseys.
Nurkic loses the ball up for grabs. Reggie Jackson has it. Turnover number 12.
One-hand Page.
A lot of firepower. Here's Paul George. That was a fun city to go visit on the NBA tour. George, second free throw up and in.
Unless you know there's no defender in front, not even a 3/4 front. Give him the ball.
Covington goes to work, and that was a tough one for Paul George. Paul George bracing, working on Tony Snell as a step. Nurk shows, forcing Paul outside for a drifting fall-away jumper. Very few guys in the league could make that move. Paul George did. Brandon Boston, the man with the ball. Paul George comes up top to get it. Immediately puts it down on the deck. Flings it outside. Morris, a 3 up and in. Smith surveys the scene, looking to lob it low, but Paul George, 6'8", long arms, speared it. Nance helps out. Snell glides inside, driving kick. Nurk another 3, back iron, elevate after it, tipped away by George. He'll save it to Mann. That one dances off, and Ibaka's there in perfect position to get it. Back to Paul, gallops into the lane, sneaks to the hole, and scoops and scores on a lovely right-hand reverse. 86-84, Clippers a lead at 2. Paul George off the high screen into the lane. He'll lay it in. Working the sideline of Smith to Covington. He'll race for 3 in the lead. Into the hands of Paul George. Paul George, head down, shoulders leaning, right to the cup for the 2-hand delivery. Got Morris and Kennard, 2 3-point shooters on the left. With George working on an ISO, sweeping it right to left, firing and hitting.
Early, make Paul George see bodies.
George crosses, sweeps it right back to Larry Nance. It sticks, a tough shot. Pitches outside to Larry Nance. He'll drive it, turn, find Covington for 3, and at the top of the glass, George with a rebound. Off it comes to Reggie Jackson. 4-3 out of the corner. Got it. So Reggie Jackson just put a capper on it. Norman Powell up the floor. Jackson will let him get into the paint for a running right-hander that's off. Clipper rebound.